Today we're just going to fly right up the islands to here. And then we are going to sneak over to, that still might be Florida. Yeah, that's still Florida, the Florida Panhandle. And then we're going to zip on up to North Carolina. And then we're going to start heading up, maybe into Maine, and start getting into, we'll see if the weather lets us do this. But for right now, that's our first leg. We got plenty of time to do these. It is March 19th, so we got to the 23rd, 24th, 24th. So we just got to watch those dates. We got 1,602 pounds on. So let's connect.
Good morning, pilot. Ready for your cargo mission?
Of course I am. Load me up.
Transporter form dispatch. Loading cargo. Please stand by.
I'm always ready for a mission.
Transporter, cargo is loaded. You can start your mission.
Let's do this then. Okay, we're pretty heavy. Topped off both fuel tanks. Okay. Let's put this to normal. Let's shut our starter off. Have all our lights on. Let's talk to our people. And we're going to depart, well, kind of to the north, so.
Providential's ground, Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo with Sierra request taxi to the active north departure.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo taxi to and hold short of runway 10 using taxiway cross runway 10 cross runway 10. Contact tower on 119.9 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 10 via taxiway cross runway 10 cross runway 10 Cessna Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, it looks like I gotta get on the runway to take off. So let's just... They're a little vague here. Taxi to and hold short of runway 10 using taxiway cross runway 10. Runway 10. So I guess we just keep going. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing fantastic because it's coffee time, early morning flight in the Bahamas. Life don't get any better than that. Alright, we'll bug off the runway right here. Oh, shut that fuel pump off. It's quite noisy. I don't think we need it in this since our tanks are above us. Okay, let's go ahead and tune to the tower. Alright, let's get a takeoff.
Providential's Tower Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo ready for north departure at runway 10.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo altimeter 30.12 wind 101 at 10. North departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Okay, we are cleared to take off.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10 Cessna Tango Echo Romeo.
Let's go back taxi a little bit and get to the end of the runway. Looks like we got another cloudy day down here. But they look fairly low again, so I think we got a little bit to fly today. So we've got 378 miles, so I think we're just...
Providential's Tower generic November 1900 Bravo ready for ISR departure runway 10. Generic November 1900 Bravo hold short runway 10. Traffic is Cessna Caravan on the runway.
Okay, someone else wants to get out of here right behind us, so...
Hold short runway 10 generic 00 Bravo.
Gonna go ahead and just cruise this up to 12.5. I think that'll be our cruising. And we'll see how it is there. If we need to go higher, we'll go higher. If not, kind of thinking we'd head up the East Coast, maybe buzz around New York City, Washington, D.C., maybe up to Boston, Maine, weather permitting, of course. Take a look at the big cities as we fly by. Just kind of bouncing all around. Okay. Got one notch of flaps. We got everything set. Lights are on. Let's do this. And we are heavy, so coming up on our speed and rotate.
Transporter from dispatch. Fly safe.
Will do. Alright, bring our flaps up. Trim our plane.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo, continue for north departure.
North departure.
November 1900 Bravo, line up and wait.
Providential's Tower Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo continue for north departure.
I'm just gonna kind of dodge the clouds for now.
Line up and wait generic 00 Bravo. Cessna Tango Echo Romeo leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Okie dokie.
Providential's Tower Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo frequency change.
Okay, we're doing VFR, but there's a thing called, we can do approach and request flight following.
Providential's approach Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is type Cessna Caravan 3 miles northeast of Providential's 3,000 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo Providential's approach. Squawk 0661.
Okay, we're gonna swap that code. Turn it on.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo radar contact 3 miles north of Providential's 3,500 feet. Altimeter 30.13.
Roger Cessna Tango Echo Romeo.
Roger. Okay, what flight following is now we put our code in here, so he has us on radar. Usually we tell him where we're going, what altitude we plan on cruising at, and then they just kind of watch us and keep traffic. They'll identify traffic in my area if that's the same altitude, and it's just kind of, they're not telling you what to do like IFR, but you're just flying VFR, and they're keeping an eye on you to make sure traffic doesn't get too close and that everybody's aware of each other. You don't have to have flight following. You could just look out your window, but you're on radar somewhere. But he gave us a code, we put it in, now he sees us, and we would have told him what airport we were going to go to, plan on cruising 12,500 feet, and he'll just say, all right. So he'll just kind of look at our flight path and keep us aware of anything in our area. So it's just a little safety precaution. But now we have to monitor our radios now. Okay, we got above our clouds. Now I'm just gonna climb on up here. Get back to our GPS, so we're off course. Not too bad. A couple miles, we'll be heading back. So let's go ahead and fire up our autopilot. We're gonna bump our speed up a little bit. We're up here, so I think I'll climb at 110 knots. So the plane's going to pitch accordingly. We're into 12,500. My heading bug is set to both heading and nav, so as soon as the nav picks up, we can turn a little more into basically turning into my line to bring it into the center. I'm getting a little over torque. And there's our airport. So I'll just bring it back one notch. That's a 150-mile radius, so 75 miles to this line right here, because this circle is 150 miles. So easy. Okay. Our GPS is flashing, so it's no longer on heading. The navigation autopilot is picked up on our course. And a nice easy bank into our course, and away we go. Direct to 2 hours, 29 minutes. I tried to finish our where we left off yesterday, but the airport we were in would never connect with NeoFly correctly, so my plane was setting, when you chose that airport, it was out in the ocean, so it's not aligned properly. So NeoFly said I was at one airport, my plane was at another airport, and I could never get it connect. So I just canceled what missions we had left and basically just did a start over. And
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo, contact Miami Center on 132 decimal tree. Good day.
Good day.
132 decimal tree, Cessna Tango Echo Romeo. Miami Center, Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo, 9,400 feet.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo, Miami Center, altimeter tree 0 decimal 1 tree, continuous plan.
So it's pretty close to IFR now. You're talking and they're sending you off to different centers, but we don't have a flight plan. I think in real life over here, no matter VFR, IFR, you have to file a flight plan. I believe that's the regulations in the Bahamas, if I understand correctly. It's smart to file a VFR flight plan. You just figure out your whole flight, your waypoints, and you file that. So if in something in between your destination you go down or something, they kind of know where you were supposed to be at a certain time, and if you do not arrive, they kind of know where to look. If you just take off and go fly around willy-nilly, they have no clue, and you don't show up at your airport and there's no flight plan filed, they have absolutely no clue. They say someone will tell them, apparently the family member or somebody will know, well, they took off from this airport and they said they were going to this airport, but nobody knows the real story unless somebody picked them up on radar somewhere. But if you're planning on flying anywhere, it's just best to figure out your route, file a VFR. If you're flying VFR, just file a flight plan, open it, close it, just like an IFR flight plan, but it's a lot less strict. If you just gotta, you don't have to talk to air traffic control unless you request flight following, but okay, we're 1,000 feet away from our cruising altitude. Have of us a nice little, what is that, 11 knot tailwind. So we should, once we level out, we're doing 150 ground speed right now. We should be up in the 180s, maybe close to 190 by the time we level off. And our ceiling in this plane, I believe, is 25,000 feet. So we're pressurized, so we can just hit up if we want to, but it's pretty smooth and silky right here, so I don't see any reason to go up any higher. We can go up to 18,000 feet, but if we go above that, we need to go IFR. So, and I think for the first minute or two, we can. Yeah, see, I can request an IFR for our flight plan, and then it switches right to IFR. And then we become IFR, so let's see what happens when
Miami
we do that.
Center, Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo to 1 miles north of Mike Bravo 01. Request IFR to Mike Yankee Bravo Charlie. You ready to copy?
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is cleared to Mike Yankee Bravo Charlie Airport as filed. Squawk 0661.
Okay, so we just opened an IFR. We're squawking the same code. We'll read that back.
Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo cleared to Mike Yankee Bravo Charlie Airport as filed. Squawk 0661.
Now he's going to tell us.
Echo Romeo, read back correct. Radar contact 12,500 feet. Altimeter tree 0.14, turn left heading tree 15, proceed on course climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Okay, so everything's good other than our altitude. We got to go up to 14,000 feet.
Turn left heading tree 15, resume on navigation climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Cessna Tango Echo Romeo.
So let's head on up to 14,000 feet, which means I have to pressurize.
Miami Center, generic November 747 Kilo Sierra is at 1,000 feet, climbing 10,000 feet. Generic November 747 Kilo Sierra Miami Center, altimeter tree 0.14, continue as planned.
Now we'll have to use oxygen because we're at 14,000 feet, so not a biggie. We're pressurized, so no little tubes in our noses or anything. We just set our cabin pressures, Oxygen's good.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo traffic is 4 o'clock, 2 miles at 17,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
4 o'clock would be out my right side.
Generic 7 Kilo Sierra traffic is 9 o'clock, 2 miles at 13,200 feet Cessna Caravan. Report them in sight.
Yeah, I can't see them, but they're up there, so we'll
Delta
just...
0 Romeo Kilo, you are 9 or 0 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 07 approach.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo have the traffic.
By the time you tell them that it's already
Generic
past
7
you,
Kilo Sierra traffic in sight.
2 miles away, and 20 minutes later, yeah, they're already...
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 07 approach Gunner 0 Romeo Kilo.
Got some red lights blinking on my dash, so gonna get them calmed down a little bit. That took care of my prop RPMs just a little bit. Alright, there we go. Okay, 500 feet. And we'll be at cruising at 14,000. That's a good way to do IFR on this game or simulator, because to get a direct to, you can't get a direct to if you file an IFR. It gives you waypoints. So if you just come up here and go direct VFR, come up here, start your flight, do exactly what we did, request flight following, and then once you get flight following, then you have the option at the beginning of your flight. It won't be there the whole time, so if it's something you want to IFR direct to an airport, and the reason why I like to fly direct is now you know exactly, we're not going to waypoint to waypoint. So I'm flying direct to this airport, which is what's that number, 344? Instead of 4 or 5 waypoints, you just know the distance.
Generic 904, you are 30 miles north. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 10 approach.
But now we have all our information for, we're 2 hours to the airport instead of a waypoint. So it's just kind of nice to...
10,000 feet. Expect vectors. Visual runway 10 approach. Generic 904.
It's just nice to fly direct. It's your straight line. And we're not in our jet, so we'll just fly. And we got some clouds, so we can fly through the clouds now. We're all set up for... just gonna figure out my power settings and bring my prop back a little bit, since we're at cruising altitude. Seemed like that 1800 RPM worked pretty good last time, so we'll try that again. Other than I keep over torquing for some reason, so. Okay, we'll got 17 and 18, and we'll just see how that goes. We're doing 460 pounds per hour right now. 450 pounds per hour is our fuel burn. So now that we're at cruise, everything, we're right at 180 knots ground speed, so. Arrival time on 1 hour and 52 minutes. Well, let's step outside. Plug your ears if it's noisy. Oh yeah, looking good. A little noisy out there. That's been a nice smooth flight. I haven't seen any turbulence whatsoever since we've taken off, so. Alright, well, coffee time, banana time, be right back. Okay, we're coming up on our 15 minutes in 1.5 minutes, so. Anywhere from 15 to 10 minutes out, we're in good shape.
Generic 8 Quebec Sierra, please expedite your descent 2,000 feet.
Can't find that big square on my sectional, why that is. Danger. So I have squares. And they're classified as danger. But that is it. Danger MY D-3004 3002 03A 03B. So I'm not quite sure what these squares represent. Not sure. Okay, we're in our 5-minute window to descent. 10 minutes to 15 minutes out, we're right at 14 minutes. So there's quite a bit of air traffic right here. I can see little lights flashing in the clouds. And yep, see these squares are on my sectional as danger, so I'm not quite sure what that's about.
Generic 5 Charlie Zulu traffic is 9 o'clock, 4 miles at 9,900 feet. Generic. Report them in sight. JetBlue 2094 traffic is 3 o'clock, 4 miles at 11,800 feet. Generic. Report them in sight. Generic 5 Charlie Zulu traffic in sight. JetBlue 2094 traffic in sight.
All right, we want to hear from them here in the next 2 minutes and 17 seconds. We want to start our descent.
feet.
There it is. Maintain 8,000 feet. Or
Miami
just
Center,
ah,
Cessna Tango,
wrong
Echo
number.
Romeo. I didn't copy that. Say again, please.
Sorry, I hit my 2,
Cessna
not my
Tango
1.
Echo Romeo, descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Copy. 8,000.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Cessna Tango, Echo Romeo.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo, descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
Jeez, make your mind up.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Cessna Tango, Echo Romeo.
Here we go with our lovely IFR again. Okay.
Generic tree 01, you are tree 0 miles north. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 14 approach via Mellon transition. Clear to Mellon. Bahamas tree 6 tree, you are tree 4 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 14 approach via Karate transition. Clear to Karate.
Okay, for simple math, we're 10 minutes out.
Maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 14 approach via Mellon transition. Clear to Mellon generic tree 01.
We're 10 minutes out. I have 12,000 feet to descend, and I'm doing 1,000 feet.
10,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 14 approach via Karate transition. Clear to Corona, Bahamas tree 6 tree.
So I'm going to take 12 minutes to descend, and I only have 10 minutes out, which will put us beyond the airport to bring us back. So I'm not going to descend any faster than 1,000 feet, but we have increased our ground speed quite a bit. We're at 208 knots now, so I'm just going to keep our speed just a little bit below our max.
Southwest 412 traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 340 generic. Report them in sight.
Now if we were landing on the opposite runway, oh lovely.
Southwest 412 have the generic in sight.
Jeez. If we were
Generic 0 November Sierra have the generic in sight.
we would want to descend before the airport if we were going to have a straight in, but
Generic tree 01 contact Nassau approach on 125 decimal tree. Good day.
125 decimal tree, generic tree 01.
Generic 9er Quebec Sierra, you are 18 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 11 approach. Bahamas tree 6 tree contact Nassau approach on 125 decimal tree. Good day. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 11 approach. Generic 9er Quebec Sierra.
Going to 125 decimal tree, Bahamas tree 6 tree.
are 16 miles northwest. Climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 12 approach.
Generic November 6644 Kilo cleared to the Miami Airport is filed. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure is 125.7 squawk 4566. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Generic 44 Kilo readback is correct. Good day.
So I'm just watching my health.
Expect vectors visual runway 12 approach. Generic 0 Echo X-ray.
Watching my throttles to keep our speed under control. Keeping it right around that 170 mark. So I've had to decrease my throttle just a couple times so we don't get into that overspeed.
17, you are 44 miles west. Descent and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 14 approach via Major transition. Cleared to Major.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 14 approach via Major transition. Cleared to Major Envoy 4017.
Generic 0 Echo X-ray, please expedite your descent 2,000 feet. Generic 0 Echo X-ray airport is at your 10 and oppose. Clock 11 miles. Maintain present heading and altitude report runway in sight.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Generic 0 Echo X-ray. Generic 0 Echo X-ray, I have the runway in sight.
Generic 0 Echo X-ray, you are 9 miles north of Mike Yankee Alpha November. Turn left heading 170.
Okay, this may be our runway right there.
Tree 6 tree is passing 5,500 feet, descending 2,000 feet.
Bahamas tree 6 tree, Miami Center altimeter tree 0.14, continue to Muni as planned.
So I'm gonna fly out,
Heading 170.
make a turn, come in and
Echo
land.
X-ray.
That's my plan. We got two planes off to my, or airports off to my right, but I believe that is our airport right there. And I've already taken off. We're not doing nav on my autopilot anymore. We've switched to heading. Because when we hit the airport, that's going to switch and will just fly us in circles if I don't. So. Yep, that is our airport. So we got a good visual on it. The water looks excellent.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Generic 9er Quebec Sierra.
Now that we're through the cloud layer, it looks pretty great. I'm going to go ahead and
Miami
cancel.
Center Cessna Tango Echo Romeo would like to cancel IFR.
Cessna Tango Echo Romeo IFR flight plan is cancelled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day. Generic 9er Quebec Sierra, contact Miami Center on 134.2. Good day.
Okay, I guess we don't have to answer them, but we are landing at Chubb K International.
134.2 for generic 9er.
Which really isn't international if it is a, well, I guess it would be because it has a customs post on it, so that probably makes it an international.
Mike Yankee Bravo Charlie traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo 1 miles northwest 3,800 feet inbound to land runway 11.
Okay, we've announced our position. Now it's just time to slow up a little bit. Start getting configured for landing. Bring my prop to max. Slow us down. Okay, we're turning final, so let's go ahead and
Mike
announce
Yankee
final.
Bravo Charlie traffic Cessna Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is on final runway 11 to land.
Oh, that water looks amazing. Looks so realistic. All right, there is our runway. Just go ahead and roll out of that. Now I'm just gonna hold this altitude, bring our engines back. We need to engine, I don't have multiple. So we'll go full flap. Shut my autopilot off. Now we're gonna hand fly it right on in there. Want to bleed off some speed here. Okay, we're getting close to my speed, so now I'm going to use my throttle for altitude now instead of trim. We want anywhere from 300 feet to 500 feet on our vertical speed, and we're right at 450 and 77 knots. Looks good so far.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the next parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
Mike Yankee Alpha November traffic generic November 580 Echo X-ray is on base runway 12. Mike Yankee Alpha November traffic generic November 580 Echo X-ray is on base runway 12.
Alright, I'm getting my throttles figured out on this plane now. I gotta watch, instead of watching my landing, I gotta be reading my foot pounds really close so I don't accidentally put my plane in reverse right before touchdown, because that is not a good thing. So the real plane has a stop, so the pilot doesn't have to, when he wants to reverse, he has to flip a lock, safety lock, and then it allows the throttle to go back. They don't have to be like me where mine slides all the way through. So I have to pay attention, and then once I have muscle memory on exactly where I want my throttles to be, it helps. So it helps flying the same aircraft over and over again, because then I know coming into landing, if I just set 200 pounds, I'm good, and then just kind of know how far to bring my throttle back right at the last minute for flare without putting it into a reverse thrust. Okay, shut her
Transporter
down.
from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Mike Yankee Alpha November traffic generic November 580 Echo X-ray is on final runway 12 to land. Mike Yankee Alpha November traffic generic November 580 Echo X-ray 3 miles west inbound visual runway 12.
Mike Yankee Bravo Charlie traffic generic November 6999 Quebec Sierra 11 miles west inbound visual runway 11. Mike Yankee Bravo Charlie traffic generic November 6999 Quebec Sierra is on final runway 11 to land.
And here we are. We are officially in the Bahamas now. We were in Caicos before. Now we're just north of Nassau, the Bahamas. You can hear the waves crashing on the shore. Nice. Oh, what a job that would be. Raise my flaps. That was a nice little flight. Now we're gonna hop to the panhandle of Florida. So.
Transporter from dispatch. The cargo was picked up by the customer. Your mission is completed.
Sounds good. Okay. Now let's go ahead and just flip our switches and nothing. It should end us, so let's go ahead and end our own. Okay, let's get into here, our log. Oh, we got all our buttons. Look at that, since I crashed, I've got buttons on every one of them except for my check ride. Sweet. So there's our new log. Not quite halfway to rank up again. There's our aircraft doing nicely. Don't have insurance on them because with my settings, if we screw up one little bit, we're gonna lose it anyway. So let's go ahead and put $1 million on our loan. Now we're down to $851,000. There is no bush flights here. Small trips. We're kind of into short hauls now. see if we have anything left. We're going to 2R4 and KRDU. No 2R4, no KD. So we could actually, because we're going to be flying right around here, we could add this one. Because our next flight's going to be right here and right here. So we could grab this, 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 and just start dropping. Oh, we even got one going up close to between Washington, Delaware, New Jersey. So we could just start grabbing them and working our way up. But what planes are for sale? We got a Cessna Caravan Livery 1 that just changed the looks of our plane. Got a lot of Caravans here. I think our Caravan Livery 1 is black with flames, if I remember right. Oh no, it's black with like yellow peaks and stuff. See, we got all these different type. We got the Textron Aviation. We got Flight Simulator, Global Flight, Emerald Flight, Livery 1, Kenmore, Xbox. So just gives the plane a different. And we're flying default, so I'm not going to spend another $1 million just to get a different paint job. So, well, I think that makes it a good day when we start up probably in the morning to do our next couple legs. I think we're going to go ahead and take advantage of grabbing this one, this one, this one on our way to North Carolina. So our 2 legs will turn into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs tomorrow. So I think that might be planned, and we just get paid a bunch of money, which if we fly all them tomorrow, we probably could pay off our loan. I appreciate you flying along. Tell your friends, like the film or like the video, subscribe, help us out a little bit, and we'll continue doing this. So have a great day. See you tomorrow.